This is Chuck. I've been going through 78s all day. Got them all over the house. I've got them all over my bedroom, all over my living room, on top of furniture. And I found a few interesting things I'd like to share with you and get your opinion on some of them. There's a few things I'm not sure what they are or where they came from. And got some oddities I found, and don't know if anything's rare or not. Most of these records seem to be in good condition, some in really good condition. I don't grade records. I leave that to the experts because I sure am not one. I'm not real familiar with the grading system. I know the basics of it, but I'm not good enough to grade a record. So, with that being said, I want to start off with a couple of things that are not 78s, but they're interesting to me. Maybe they will be to you too. First thing is a record I found in the BC34 Edison player that I purchased recently. It has two cabinets, one on each side of the speaker to hold records, and this was one of the records in it. Doesn't look like it was played on the Edison. It would probably be ruined if it was. Record plays good, looks good. Chuck Berry on chest label. Berry is on top from 1959. Has such classics as Maybelline, Johnny B. Good. Very good album. I don't collect LPs, but this was, an oddity. It popped up, and yeah, I'm keeping this one. Listened to it several times already. The other thing I have for you that is not a 78, but I just wanted to share it. It may not interest anybody at all. This is Gary Newman's latest album, Intruder, and as you can see right here, it's signed by the artist. I picked it up at his concert in Dallas a couple weeks ago, and it's a gatefold. Not going to take the records out. I'm trying to keep this thing in as close to mint condition as possible. But a very good concert, a very good entertainer, cares for his fans, and I'm glad to have that signed copy of his album. So now I'll get into the 78s. I'll show you a few things that I found. Put on my glasses so I can read, because I can't read a thing without them. So I went to a record shop. I went to an antique shop, junk shop. Found an album with about 10 foreign language Finnish records in it on various labels. $5 for the album, 10 records. Yeah, I grabbed it. One of them was cracked. The rest of them were in good condition and looked nearly unplayed. I tried to listen to one. I couldn't understand a word of it. I'll show you the labels. I can't read the language, obviously, but we'll show them to you anyways. We get to them. First one is a Finnish. This is on Columbia label. By Jacob Saxtorp Mikkelsen. These are all going to be late 1920s albums. Couldn't find much about them online. Let you see the opposite side of it. I don't know how to read that, so I'm not going to try. This is a Victor Batwing that I'm glad to have. I'm not... this side I'm looking at is Shannon 4. There's a service flag flying at our house. Opposite side here is Peerless Quartet, Liberty Bell, It's Time to Ring Again. I like the Victor Batwings because I like that era. I like the age of them. Here is another Columbia. This is actually a Danish Columbia. I'm not going to try to read it. Label's not great, but it's legible. That did not come from the antique shop. That one came from one of the bulk lots that I bought recently. I bought 2 or 3 bulk lots of records. Kind of dug through them. Went through a few of them on a video previously. You should check that out if you like watching unboxing type videos. Now this next one, I thought this was a Willie Nelson song only. I thought he wrote the song. I grew up thinking that. But this is a version of If You've Got the Money, I've Got the Time by Kenny Roberts on Coral label. Plays very well. Opposite side is Molasses Molasses. I haven't listened to it. Played the If You've Got the Money, I've Got the Time side for several different people. This next thing is a Victor Batwing on a blue label called Virginian Judge, Walter C. Kelly. I hope this is clear for you. This is Humorous Monologue. It's a court scene, Southern court scene, first session, part 1, part 2. I listened to it, plays pretty good. Their humor back then was different, let me tell you that. A lot of racist stuff in it. I'm not going to play it for anybody online. This song was pretty good. Carl Fenton's orchestra, The Farmer Took Another Load Away, Hey Hey. And this opposite side here, The King Isn't King Anymore. Enjoyed that song, The Farmer Took Another Load Away. I enjoyed that song. Okay, this is one that I don't know much about. I need help on. If you can provide any help, that would be fantastic. The label is a blank label. It says sample, not for sale on both sides. Handwritten on it, and it looks like blue ink is 33 1/3. Piccolo Pete, in parentheses, 1-Sherry Lewis, 2-Andrew Sisters. Opposite side, same thing, except it says 1-flute instrumental, 2-Ted Weems, 3-Jimmy Palmer. Got a little bit of edge warpage to it, but it's still playable. Sounds okay. I don't have any idea what this record is particularly. I don't know where it came from, or 1940s era, I'm assuming, by the artist listed. But any help on that one would be appreciated. Here I've got an interesting Decca album. It's Clayton McMitchen's Georgia Wildcats. Please Don't Sell My Pappy No More Rum. Very good, very entertaining song. Too bad it's got that sticker on the label. The opposite side is Put Your Arms Around Me, Honey. Haven't listened to that side. Got a few Edisons. This is one of the Edison, looks like a hologram sort of. I think it was stamped directly onto the record. Not a very good copy, but it's Angel Eyes by Harry Raderman's Jazz Orchestra and Oh Joy by Harry Raderman's Jazz Orchestra on Edison label. I do have an Edison player for that, so. Next one's another real oddity to me. It's a red record. Anniversary song, Mark Warno and his orchestra. Elsie the cow from the Borden advertising campaign. And the other side says, Merry Christmas, a private recording for J.C. Wilson from Mark Warno. Moonlight Madonna, the Borden program. Any helpful information on this record would be appreciated too. I don't know much about it and really couldn't find anything online in the little bit of effort I put looking, which wasn't much. I put all these records, I'm going to do a little plug right quick, in these disco file sleeves. They're very high quality, sturdy cardboard, information block on the top. Try to put all my records in these. I get them from Knox Vintage Records, 78rpm.com, 50 cents a piece. Well worth it. Just a short plug for that. This is a Thomas Edison with no label. The label apparently fell off, but somebody wrote on there, I'll Dream of You, Vincent Lopez Orchestra, and California Foxtrot, Vincent Lopez Orchestra. Another Edison Sonny Jim Foxtrot by Kaplan's Melodist on my side. And then When Will I believe it's When Will I Know You by Frank Kraft. Labels are not good on this one. Edison record Mother Goose Songs, both sides, by Louis James. Another Edison on the holographic looking label. Turn it to where the light will show on it for you. if you're not familiar with those. This side is Vernon Dalhart Mickey and the Gladys Rice Kisses, the sweet kisses of all, the sweetest kisses of all. Another one I can't find much information on, Silvertone, Waltzes from the Chimes of Normandy. Orchestra, it's one-sided, very artistic label on it. Opposite side is blank, but it does have a sticker on it talking about the copyright notices and whatnot. I'll pull that out and show you that. I've got two of these records. They both have this notice on the side or on the back. If you want the full text of the notice, let me know. I'll type it in. Another Silvertone, The Fountain Harp Solo. Plays good. I'll listen to it. Most of it. Got another Columbia Popular Finnish song. I'm not going to try to say these. His Majesty's Voice. This is another Finnish record that was in the album I bought on His Majesty's Voice label. Republic, In That Great Getting Up Morning by J.T. Adams and the Men of Texas. And Heavenly Love by J.T. Adams and the Men of Texas. Pretty interesting label. Another Finnish Columbia. Pretty faded out, hard to read. No, sorry, that's not Finnish. This one is one of the Danish Columbias. This did not come in the album from the antique shop. This one was found in my bulk records. Very hard to read, but it's Danish. Found a few of these Danish records. Here's another one on the Columbia label. Mid to late 1920s. Here's a Decca sample copy, not for sale, by Tommy Dorsey. Where Are Such Things and What Is Time? Label is not really good on this one, but it's still interesting enough that I kept it. And sample copies, you know, aren't terribly common. Last in this stack is the Old Comrades March, played by the Columbia Band, and It's a Long, Long Way to Tipperary by Stanley Kirkby. I like the old military marches and whatnot. And that's it for that stack, and I've got one more shorter stack that I'm going to go through. First thing is a Columbia. This is another Finnish one from the album in the antique store. This one I'm going to show you. It's a label called Callio. Colmore Grand March on one side and the Man on the Flying Trapeze on the other side, played by Nick Stephen. Can't find any information on this Nick Stephen, but whoever I got these records from apparently liked him, because I've got 6 to 8 of these Callio records by Nick Stephen. In fact, I've got a couple of duplicates on that. There's another one that same person really liked, was Diamond Label Jan August. Jan's Cucaracha on one side and Oya Negra on the other side. Several Diamond records by Jan August. Here on Chess label, I have Maybelline by Chuck Berry. 1955. Single. The other side is Wee Wee Hours. Haven't listened to the other side, but the Maybelline side plays well. Glad to have that. Alright, now here is another mystery record. This is on the OK label. It is My Little Cousin by Benny Goodman and his orchestra on one side. But watch, when I flip it to the other side, we have the same label, My Little Cousin. Not the same song on both sides. I've Googled it. It's supposed to be a different song on the other side. I don't know what the name of the song is. I don't remember. But they are definitely two different songs on both sides of this record. Factory mistake in the labeling. Anybody knows anything about that, let me know. That's okay. 6606 was the number on that one. Got a cameo, Crinoline Days by Arthur Lang's Orchestra. Interesting label. There's a Columbia, When Uncle Joe Plays Rag on His Old Banjo. It says banjo accompaniment on it. Opposite side is That Mellow Melody by the Peerless Quartet. And a German Victrola by Alma Gluck. And Ephraim Zimbalist. Ephraim Zimbalist was the father of Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., the actor. Pretty interesting. Another Alma Gluck German language record on Victor label, Batwing. Another Finnish Columbia. Like I say, these Finnish Columbias are in pretty good condition. They look to me to be virtually unplayed, and they're from the 1920s. Another Finnish Columbia folk song, it says on the side of it. See, another Finnish record on Columbia label. Here's a Finnish on a Ritmi label. I'm assuming that that's going to be a label from Finland or from that area. And opposite side on that one. Triola or Triola. This is another Finnish record. And the opposite on this one. And the last thing I'm going to show you is another Ritmi. And this is another Finnish one. And the opposite. And so there are some oddities in there. There's some unusual items I'm glad to have. There's some real oddities in there I need some help on, guys. If you know anything at all about them, just let me know. If anybody wants a complete list of everything I've got, so far as I've got it cataloged by now, just let me know and I can email it to you for you to look over. I'm not selling anything. Nothing's for sale. I'm just collecting, listen. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.